My Hebrew brothers and sisters, 12 tribes of Israel scattered all over the earth, welcome back. This is your Moreh Yeshua Ben Uriah Israel, and we want to take this moment to say thank you for your subscriptions, thank you for your likes, thank you for your comments, thank you for your prayers. Praise his name. Yahuwah has been good to us, my brothers and sisters. Last week we celebrated the Feast of Unleavened. And my brothers and sisters, I hope you've had a good time and time to sit back, relax, and look into your life and see where you are in relationship with Yahuwah and in your fellowship, and that, you get a chance to make amends, broken ends and things like that. So we just want to praise his name. We want to praise Yahuwah's name. Praise him for his goodness and his blessings, my brothers and sisters. Praise him. The last time we were in Psalm 18 and verses 1 through 50, right? And so we stopped at verse 5 the last time as we deal with a song of victory, And here David, is talking. And my brothers and sisters, he sees victory in Yahuwah. Praise his holy name. He sees victory. Listen what he said here. In verse 5, it said, "The sorrows of hell compassed me about, and the snares of death prevented me." Now we talk about sorrows, and we talk about Sheol, and the grave, and the place where the dead descended, And here, the word snares here, as is used in Psalm 18 verse 5, is a similar word to that in Psalm 91, But here it said, the snare of death, the snares of death. Snare is mokesh, and it's basically a bait, a lure, or a snare. Hunters, God, they set snare to catch animals. Okay, the snares, it can be a rope to fly and catch. It can be something to fly and hit, something to hold them. When we go fishing, we have the bait or the lure, right? And so that we use on the Hebrew word here is the original word is mokesh, and it's mem, vav, and kosh, and shin, mokesh. And the part of speech is basically a masculine noun, and transliteration is mokesh. The phonetic spelling is mokesh. And again, I said, by definition, it's bait, a lure, or a snare. And when we talk about the snare here, there's a bee ensnared, a bee snared, a trap, mokesh. Comes from yakosh, a noose. And I remember talking about last time that this might be where the Ku Klux Klan get this idea of a noose. Okay, but for catching animals or something like that. But then not only that it's used for catching animals, it's used for catching people too. So it's used basically literally and figuratively. By implication, it's a hook for the noose, or be snare, or trap. Fowler lay a snare to catch. So, but my brothers and sisters, the Hasatan, his plan is to ensnare us, He's a fowler, he is laying a snare, to trap us. But we praise Yahuwah that, Yahuwah is our helper, and is our strength, is our shield, is our butler, my brothers and sisters. Listen what he said in verse 6. He said, in my distress, he said, I called upon Yahuwah, and I cried unto my Elohim. He heard my voice out of his temple. And he said, and my cry came before him, even into his ears. Oh my goodness. My brothers and sisters, when we have distressing situations, we should not go. This may not be sound such a good English, but we should not go it by ourselves. We are to call in your distress, my brothers, my sisters, in your time, in distressful situations. Distressful situations like having your back against the wall and you have nowhere to turn. You're penned up. When the devil thinks, I got him now. When people who hate you think, yes, there is no way for escape, call upon Yahuwah. Call upon him. Cried out to Elohim. Praise his name. He said, when David said here, he called and he cried. Help me. For the godly man fails. Help. Cry out. Call upon his name. Make known, my brothers. Make known the salvation among the heathen. He said, cried unto Yahuwah, and I cried unto my Elohim, I called unto him. And my brothers and my sisters, he said, and he heard me out of his temple, out of his dwelling place, my brothers and my sisters. He said, my cry came before him. What is it? Yahuwah is not deaf. You make some graven image or some statue or whatever you call it, and you go there and you start calling, knocking. He can't hear you, can't feel you. You go before the eyes, they can't see you. Go before the nostril, they can't smell you. There is none like our Yahuwah and our Elohim. None like him. Cried, I called upon Yahuwah, and I cried unto my Elohim. He said, he heard me. He heard my voice, my brothers and my sisters. And he did it out of his temple, and he said, my cry came before him even to his ears. Even to his ears. Listen, I want to look at the word call here. Call. Kara. Kara is a Hebrew word there. Kara. And this word is to call or to proclaim or to read. Original word, Kara. It's the word here is kosh. I mean, it's kaf, resh, and aleph. Of course, it has the vowels markation that gives it the a sound. Okay, kara. And the word here, kara, to call, to proclaim. The race, self, that are bidden, call forth, self. You know, you call upon someone, call upon him, cry unto him, be famous. It comes from a primitive root, which is rather identical with Kara, through the idea of accosting a person's men, to call out to, and that is properly to address by name. You don't just call. Who are you calling to? People call out, and those people, oh God, help me. Which God are you calling at? His name is not God. He is our Elohim, the Almighty. He is our YAHUAH. You call him by person, my brothers and sisters. And this is, you address by name. This is using a wide variety of application too, because it's really beware self that are bidden, are called forth, to set up and to cry and to be famous, guest, invite, mention, you know, and give name, preach, make, proclaim, proclamation, pronounce, publish, read, or, you know, renown, I have to say. It said, I call upon Yahweh and cried unto my Elohim. My Elohim, my El. And he heard me out of his temple. And my cry came before, even to his ears. Elohim, my God, Elohim, that's in the King James Version, say my God there, but it's my Elohim. Aleph, Lamed, He, Yod, and Mem, that make up the word. And this word is in a known masculine, and transliteration is Elohim. And the phonetic spelling is like saying Elohim. Elohim. By definition, the word say in the English form is God, but he is my Yahuwah, he is my Elohim. Praise his name. Angel exceeding. You know, go a little further with the search of word search here. By English form, say God, very great, mighty, in the plural, ELOHIM. And God's in the ordinary sense, but especially used in the plural, thus, especially with the article of the supreme Elohim, a supreme God in the English, occasionally applied by way of difference to magistrates. And you know, sometimes you talk to people, they call him Lord this and Lord that and so on. You know, sometimes used as a superlative, angels exceeding, you know, God, goddess. You know, you can, like I said, it's used in different ways, different terminology. Great, judges, mighty. You know, we know that our Elohim is a great judge, very great. You know, he's judges, he's the Almighty, my brother, my sister. He's not just mighty, he's almighty. You know, he's almighty. Praise his holy name. He said, and he heard me. He heard my voice. Look at this. In my distress, I call upon Yahuwah. I cried unto my Elohim. He heard my voice out of his temple. Look, he heard there. Shama, hear, O Israel. Shama. Shama Israel. You know, it's to hear, my brothers and sisters. And he hears. He hears. The word is Shin, Mem, and Ayin. And it means to hear. It's in the masculine verb. Verb feminine, verb masculine. And what to talk about here is basically to hear attentively, call, gather together, carefully, certainly, consent, consider. The primitive root, to hear intelligently, often with implication of attention, obedience, that is, etc., and causatively to tell, plus attentively, call, gather, carefully, certainly, consent, consider, be content, to declare diligently, to discern, to give ear, based on what the word is saying here. I call upon, and my YAHUAH, I call upon him. He heard me. Okay, and it's like I said, he using a great variety of application, and so it is also to cause, to let, make, to hear. Indeed, listen, make noise, be obedient, obey, perceive, proclaim, proclamation, publish, regarded, report, show forth, make, sound, is like saying, surely, tell, understand. Whosoever heareth, so witness, praise his holy name. And I want to notice there, it say, he heard me out of his temple. I want to just look at the word temple there. He heard me out of his temple. Is Hekal, a place, it's a palace, a temple. And is He, Yod, and Kaf, and Lamed. And this word here is in the known masculine, and this transliteration is Hekal. And the phonetic spelling is Hekal, a place, a palace, rather, and a temple. And probably from the word yokal in the sense of captivity. Rather in the sense of capacity, rather than not captivity, but in the sense of capacity. It's a large public building, such as a palace or a temple, or the temple, palace, and to be able, a building that is able to hold people strong, to attain, can sway, away with, not could endure, its might, okay, and our fuller, Yokal, Yakol, if you want to say that word, Yakol, another word, another Hebrew word is a primitive root, to be able, literally, morally, might be able at any at all ways attain, and they say can sway, with, could endure. It's a building that is strong, palace. Then I will make a weak palace for the king. Strong. The temple. But my brothers and my sisters, listen to this. In Corinthians, our cousin YAHUAH said, our bodies are the temple of the rock, the temple of our Elohim. He dwells in us, he lives in us. Praise his name. And my brothers and sisters, this makes us want to keep this temple clean and right for him. We're going to stop here and we'll come back. And so we're going to ask you to be a blessing to someone today and walk with the King. Shalom.